Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. So, if you are just tuning in for the first time, my name is India. I am a social work major. I am a senior. And so, this page is just dedicated to um, my journey in social work. So it started off with me just trying to like get my feet wet with YouTube and vlog different things like I've done over the summer, but really that wasn't for me. That wasn't for the people because I'm not going to pick up the camera or my phone every time I got something going on, just to walk through the mall or take a vacation. I might try to get some of that, but for the most part, I figured the thing that I can keep consistent is my field. Just because when I was trying to search videos of other people doing social work things, they were few far and in between. Now the community has grown, so there are more videos than when I first started. But why not contribute to the content? So anyway, if you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. This is week 4 of field, first day, which is today is Tuesday. So I don't know, y'all. I had a long weekend, not in a good way. Like my grandfather passed, and so his service was Saturday. I'm sorry, it was Friday. So I left Friday morning, drove up to Detroit, where I'm from, went to the service, visited with some family and some friends, and then did a turnaround and came back because I had field class on Saturday and I didn't want to miss it. Only because A, it's the second one. B, she is a stickler and I didn't want to miss her class if I didn't have to. And thankfully, Detroit is not too far from where I am in Ohio, so I was able to get up there and get back. Um, and then I don't know, I just spent the weekend trying to catch up on homework and all of that. And then yesterday I did have a bereavement day still at work, my real work, but I had appointments and all that kind of stuff. I had got randomly pulled to go do a COVID test up at the school just because, we are out in the field, and that was part of like the agreement this year is like, you could be randomly called to go do a COVID test, whatever. So I was pissed about it, but then I went to positivity and was like at least grateful that I was off, because if I had to take the day off to go do that, I probably really would have been mad. So anyway, had a couple of other appointments yesterday, and I'm just kind of tired, but it's a good day. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. As always, I want to come in here and wish you guys a good morning and like just, show you the outfit. Nothing new. You guys will probably see these clothes over and over in some different form or fashion or variation, combination, whatever, because you know how we do. Like, I mean, you don't have to have a new outfit on every day. You can just accessorize. You could put a shirt with a different pair of pants. You could put the same outfit with a sweater. It's completely up to you. But anyway, guys, so I am about to head out. Nothing to show you today. I just have a smoothie. Um, I got my work laptop. Hopefully, we get to use it this week. Hopefully, we get our phone this week. Hopefully, we get to talk to some clients this week. But if not, I always come back and check in with you guys and let you know what happened and how the day went. So, fingers crossed, this week is a little bit more busy, and not busy work. I mean, just like really getting into the nitty gritty of what we're supposed to be doing, because it is week 4 and we only have 14 weeks in the semester. So, you know what I'm saying? We almost at halfway, and I'm gonna need to be cranking because my field instructor, I'm sorry, not my field instructor, but the field liaison at the school, she is stickler for, you not BSing and wasting time. So we're gonna see y'all. So I'll catch y'all in a minute. Have a good day. Hey y'all, good morning. As you might have guessed, it is not Tuesday. It's definitely Wednesday. Hence, edges ain't popping. Not that they probably was popping yesterday, but nothing's on my face. Voice still sounding like the morning. But anywho, y'all, I completely forgot to like get on this phone and tell y'all what happened. And I think it's just because my routine was off, because I typically get out of the practicum. I'll come home, I work, and then I'll do class. Well, because I was still on bereavement from my grandfather passing away, I didn't have to like log on at work. So I just kind of had a little bit of free time. And I just took the opportunity to catch up on the show, Real Housewives of Potomac, and I ran to the store, like grabbed like some popcorn, nothing major, but like, I had a little bit of time. So it kind of threw me off, and it dawned on me like last night, like, oh my God, I was laying in bed, like I forgot to tell them how Tuesday went. So my bad. But anywho, yesterday was really, really good. Not that we did a whole lot of like work pertaining to the role, but it was just more structured, more organized. And I felt like, we wasn't in the way. Like we actually had something to do from start to finish. So we got in there at 9, and she was like ready to go. And these last couple of Tuesdays, she's been like on a phone call for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, but she was ready for it. She was ready to go. So she was like, hey, here are the phones. They played us because they were supposed to give us iPhones, which is like the standard company phone. And everybody have them, but I guess because we're temps and there's three of us, another young lady who I never mentioned, because you'll hear me say me and the other temp, but there's a third one. She just happens to come on different days, and I do know her because she and I are in the same cohort. But I think she goes in like either Monday and Wednesday or Wednesday and Friday, and me and the young lady from the other school, we do Tuesdays and Thursdays. So anyway, they gave us like these, y'all see this flip phone. I ain't had a flip phone since, I can't even tell you. I'm gonna say the last flip phone I had, I probably was like 21, and I'm like about to be 35. So anywho, it took me back, y'all, because this boy is like one of them, y'all see where it's like it's 3 letters under a number. So we had to like program everybody in the department's number. So like if a person's name is like Ashley, then the A, and then I gotta come down here and tap all these numbers because it has to go through P, Q, R, and then S. I'm sorry, it's not focusing before I get to the S and then the H. So anyway, that took forever. But then he's not the director, but I'm gonna say like he might be like somebody big, maybe the assistant director. I don't know. But the bags that I was showing y'all last week that we had got together for them to give away to Head Start and early Head Start parents, he wanted to put another piece of paper in those bags, pretty much just asking parents to sign up for like this little parent council that they have. And so because sorry, I saw some white stuff, but because they are a nonprofit, they do have a board, and on the board, are various, chairs and board members, but they also wanted parent engagement on the board. Like that's kind of like mandatory. And so they were trying to solicit like more parents to like join this parent council so that they can be, in compliant with the rules and the regulations of their board. So, anywho, he was just asking our input, which color paper would grab, a parent's attention. We read through it. Did we feel like he was missing anything? And he wasn't. And so anyway, we had to go print off like, I don't know, 600 copies. And so before we got to the printer, I thought about it and I was like, wait a minute, like there's a lot of Spanish speaking families that go to this school, and all the other communication. Y'all see this white stuff? It's gray hair and a little bit of dandruff probably, but definitely gray hair. Sorry, I get sidetracked. So anywho, all the other paperwork in the bag was 2-sided. So when I mentioned that, like my field instructor paused, like, oh my God, good catch, didn't even think about that. And so they have a young lady on the team that that is her first language. And so she was able to translate the document, and then we printed it 2-sided. And then we had to go back through the bags and stuff them with this paper. And so he was so grateful for, us doing that for him, and grateful for the catch about the Spanish side that he treated us to lunch. So I wanted Chick-fil-A. The other intern said that she's allergic to chicken at Chick-fil-A. I never heard of that. Didn't know that was a thing, but hey, it could be possible. So, anywho, she's allergic to chicken from Chick-fil-A, but she said that Panera had good salads and she liked their chicken. I mean, I wasn't paying for the lunch. The guy was. And it was an opportunity to try something that I never tried. It was a good salad. Now, I mean, I wouldn't probably break my neck to go to Panera to get it because compared to Chick-fil-A, it definitely wasn't all of that. I think it was called the Greek goddess salad, and it had avocado, egg, a little bit of bacon, a little bit of chicken, and like that funny type of salad, like lettuce, like arugula, stuff like that. So, I mean, it was a good salad, but I mean, I wouldn't like have to go get it again. I prefer my Southwest chicken salad at Chick-fil-A, but anywho, so that was very nice of him. So we organized that, and I mean that actually took a good amount of time, just from running the printer to stuffing the bags to taking lunch to programming that phone, and then breaking down the boxes and like throwing them out or whatever. So anywho, not the task was major, but it just felt good to like have something to do coming through the door and not like I'll be with you in a minute, and that minute turns into 2 hours. And again, no shade to her. I understand it is already hard enough to do your job, let alone do your job and trying to like make work for two other people who, you know, have to wait on you. I mean, it's the difference in employees that already work there. They know what they're supposed to do. But like people who don't work there don't know what to do. We don't have access to anything. We pretty much have to bother her for everything. Even for us to go to one corridor to another, we got to come and ask her to swipe us, because it is a school building. I understand the safety measures, because if my kid went there, that would make me feel good that like not everybody that's in the main hallway where the lobby is can get back there where my kid is. So I completely understand that. But, when you're trying to work and you got to go and talk to somebody in that corridor, I got to go get her keys and, kind of bother her or whatever. So hopefully we will have badges at some point. I mean, we are interns, so they ain't breaking their neck to get us our little authorization or whatever. So we'll see. So we overall had a great day. I hope your day was good. Class was good. I did have a challenge last week with an assignment with APA. Y'all, I hate APA. I love writing. I mean, obviously, I'm an author and I have all these books and I could write like nobody's business. But APA ain't for the people. Like, APA is so stressful. So I bombed this assignment last week. And so I ordered the little APA manual. So I'm going to take the rest of my little break right now and just kind of like go over that. So I can try to get a little bit of knowledge. I mean, I use the citation machine. I definitely go on the Purdue OWL website, but like, it's too many rules. Like, I don't understand, you add a date for this, but don't add a date for that. This needs a page number. That does not. All of these words are capitalized. All of these words are not. Like, it's too many rules. I just want to write. And I mean, I definitely understand the whole plagiarism and, don't ain't nobody got time for that. And I mean, I get that, but it's just like, I just wish it was a little more simple. And I mean, some of my classmates don't struggle. And maybe that's because they're younger than me. Like, I mean, a lot of the people in my cohort are, they probably 21, 22 maybe. I mean, but me, I'm about to be 35. And so like the APA that I remember from high school, the little bit that I remember from high school definitely ain't the APA that's going on today. So I do struggle with that. And because it is a consistent like feedback on like papers, even if I'm not dinged like too much, I do get dinged. I do get points knocked off here and there on assignments for APA. So I just thought like, hey, let me invest this little $17 in this book and I'm gonna just get into it, try to read a couple of pages. And the only reason I bought it too, because I noticed some of this material is available online, but I need something to reference. Like when I'm writing a paper, I can have my laptop, but then like I can have the page of an example that I might need for my paper like already pulled up, and then I didn't got to keep all them tabs at the top of the computer, because after a while like that stuff start running together and I just be as confused as when I started. But anyway, y'all, enough about that. I know APA has nothing to do with how my day went at field yesterday, but I just thought that I would tell y'all what I was about to do. So I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day. You know, as always, I wish you much success, whether it's you just returning back to school, whether you are in field, whether you are just getting into the workforce. Like, you know, you got this. And as always, I try to remind you guys, give yourself some grace. You know, we feel like we should know everything about our field, like, you know, especially after a while. Like, so as a senior in social work, I feel like some days I should know more than I do. And then, you know, probably some of you guys in practice, or I mean, like in practicum or like starting a job, like you might feel like the imposter syndrome, but like, you know, just chill, relax, you know, ask questions, and we'll get through this, y'all, together. So I hope y'all have a good day. I will pick y'all up tomorrow just to tell y'all how that day goes. So hopefully we keep the trend rolling. Hopefully, you know, we'll be working pretty soon, and I'll be having some real social work updates and not just, you know, stuffing bags or logging in the phones or doing, you know, closet stuff where we're putting codes and inventory up, but real social work stuff. So anyway, y'all, talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, you guys, we have made it to Thursday. Woo! Not the end of the week, but the end of my field week. And for the most part, even end of school, well, today after class, it'll signify the end of school. I got my homework done that's due before Friday, and then I just have like my time card, which I'll do that today before leaving the office just to make sure I don't forget. And then my journal for the week. So that's the only thing that I really have to do this weekend. And because I ain't got really too much else to do, I probably still get the jump on like one of our assignments is like a social media clause, whatever. I guess like it's just like something we would get together to explain to colleagues and, you know, our clients that, hey, these are my boundaries. So anyway, I'll work on that. Hopefully today is a productive day like Tuesday was. I feel good about it. I don't know. I always feel good at the end of the week anyway. So we'll see. But today, you know, same old drip, same old little braids. I don't know who I be thinking I be with my little adult hairs. But anywhoosie, got my little blue sweater. You guys probably saw this before. My bracelet, my little new Samsung watch is replacing my Fitbit. Little, you know, white cami in case I get hot. Tan pants. Haven't worn these yet, but you guys seen them in the haul. And then like my sandals. It's kind of wet out, but not raining. And I'll be in the inside, so I'm not really worried about my feet getting wet. But it do be kind of hot in there. Like one of the ladies in the office is like the air police or whatever. So we sit in the office with two women who are very nice, but one you could tell is like kind of like a stickler and stuck in her ways. The other one is kind of like more for the team. Like, so she'll ask, hey guys, do you want the air cut up? Like if the other lady ain't in the office. And I guess the other lady is more like the boss. She ain't the boss, but like she's the boss of the room, I guess. Cause it's like when that lady is going to lunch, the other lady can, hey, can we do you guys mind if we cut the lights out just to make it a little cooler? I don't want to touch the air because such and such. I don't want to say her name. You know, she don't like that type of thing. But that room is like hell hot. So when I sit in my little cubby, I'll definitely like kind of pull this back every now and again and like fan myself or whatever. So I guess that's a kind of like that's sharing. But anywho, y'all, so that's pretty much it. I hope your week is going good. Again, I don't know, you know, how many followers for real keep checking on my page, but you know, I appreciate it. Even if it's two of y'all that's consistently checking in for your girl, that's two of y'all. So that's a blessing. So I thank you. I hope you have a good Thursday too. You know, as always, I will check in when I can just to tell you how it went, even if that ends up being tomorrow. Today's a little different. I have to clock in as per usual, do some work at my real job. But then instead of class, we're going to actually have like a social work meet and greet today at the university. So instead of class, it'll be that. So I wasn't going to go, but then I'm like, you know what? Hey, I'm a senior. I need to take part in these activities. I need to meet, the new social work people coming to the department. I would like to see, some of my cohort too. So anywho, I'm gonna work a little bit and I'm gonna slide up there. So I'm not really sure when or if I'll be able to pick you guys up. Depends on like my time crunch. But as always, I'll follow up even if it's tomorrow just to tell you how it went. So anyway, in the meantime, y'all be blessed and I hope y'all have a wonderful and productive day. All right, y'all. So I'm back sitting in my car on lunch break. I'm just trying to talk to myself, keep myself sane and focused. It's easy for me to get bothered. I don't know. Like, I feel like today I knew, of course, the field supervisor was going to be on her call, as she is every Thursday. But I was just hopeful that, we would have had some other things to do. And we didn't. So, like, I got here and she's like, oh, okay, what I want you to do is log into this site that they use, for the company and just kind of familiarize yourself with like the tools that's available, to the team and yada, yada, yada. So that was fine. Like she's like, and once I finish with the call, like I already have some ideas for this afternoon, well, she didn't say for this afternoon. She said for after this call, which typically the call is like a 2.5 hour call. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get my thoughts together. So anyway, I get the computer, get logged in. I help the other intern get logged in. I went through, and I found some useful things. So don't get me to lying. Like, I ain't find nothing, but I definitely found some useful tools. So I wrote down some notes, like things that I wanted to kind of clarify, just to ask her what they're used for or, how often these resources are used. And it was just things like a list of like company phone numbers and contacts. It was pre I guess like letters, like I would just put like my information in it and I could like leave it at local businesses telling them what we do and ask them if we can network with them so that we can kind of like vet the neighborhood to get more kids signed up for Head Start. There were like letterheads in there, like blank letters with letterheads. There was like kind of like posters for contact information, or posters for like the different like social workers at different locations. So it would be my picture, but the message was still the same as everybody else's. There was like an order form for business cards and different things that the families had to do. It was like scripting in there. So that's pretty cool to like see. And because it kind of like gives me like insight into the job without actually having to see somebody do the work. So now when I sit behind somebody or shadow somebody and I see them do the work, I know where they're getting this information from, where they're getting this call scripting, where they're getting the documents, needed list, like that type of thing. It was information in there about income and those guidelines. So needless to say, that was a good task. That took all of, probably 30 minutes. I stretched it an hour and that was cool. But like y'all, it's almost 12:30 and nothing. Like we haven't seen her. She didn't say nothing to us. Like nothing. And so like it's lunchtime. So she usually gives us, like 30 minutes to sometimes 45 minutes for a lunch. And so I just decided to get in my car just so I could like say it out loud to y'all. It's just really me venting. Like, and I'm not mad. Like, I would be grateful for this time if I had something to do. Like, just say like a paper or an assignment or, something like that. A phone call even if I had to make like, but I ain't got nothing to do. So I'm just like sitting there. And I don't want to just be on my phone, because I feel like that looks tacky. And even though she's not in the office, I am in the office with other people who really are working. And when they walk by, like, I just don't want to be kicking it on my phone. They don't know that I, don't have a task. It just might look like I'm lollygagging. But yeah, y'all. So we just sitting there. Even the other intern was like, I just started working on a paper that's not due until October because I got bored. And so I'm just like, okay, well, I'm gonna go sit in my car, for lunch, and if something happened, call me or come and get me. But if not, I'll be back in here. But it's just like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I wish the time management was a little bit different. Like, maybe like how people, how people like meal prep when they're on a diet. Maybe you can like lesson plan prep or something in advance. Like, maybe, you could think of what you might need us to do this week over the weekend so that when we come in on the days that we come in, we kind of like can just go. Like I said, I personally feel like a burden when I'm just kind of like sitting around and I don't know what I'm doing. And then I don't want to like get on your nerves and like ask you, what should we be doing? You got interns, and I mean, I love my field instructor. So I, in no way, shape or form, want anybody to walk away with, I got an issue with her or even an issue being here, because I feel like the work will come. It's just sometimes it gets a little frustrating just kind of sitting there, because now we're at week 4. So that's a month of this same thing. Like, Thursdays we have nothing to do. And I mean, like, I even feel like, even if you said, hey, work on this at home, like whatever that could be, work on this at home, but on Thursdays, maybe you can come into the office at noon, and when you come, you won't have a break or lunch or whatever. We just gonna kind of get the work. Like, I don't know, y'all, but this ain't for the people. So I just want to give y'all that quick little update. Hopefully when I go back in there, we got something to do. And either way, I'll come back and I'll let y'all know. I hope y'all feel placement is going good. That's another thing me and the other intern talked about, is like a little bit of being jealous of like some of our cohort, just because of the things that they're doing. Now, my cohort is extremely small. So I mean, everybody's kind of in the same boat as me. It's like 5 of us, and one other person at my school is here with me. So she's in the same boat. Another girl, when we talked about it in class Saturday, she's like, I just, kind of go around like, can I help you with anything? Can I help you with anything? She's like, because I don't have any tasks. I don't have access to anything. One young lady loved her facility because she loves kids, and that's who she is dealing with. Like, she's getting to play with kids. I don't even know where she's at, but she loved it. And the other young lady, I believe, like, works somewhere where her mom works. So, like, I don't know. But when I listen to the other intern that works with me on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and she's from another school, the things that like people in her cohort are doing is like amazing. Like, one person is going and sitting in on court hearings like every other day. Somebody else is doing home visits. Somebody else was kind of crying and complaining to her like they just got through into the fire. And she was saying, like, I felt bad. She was crying, but I'm thinking like, damn, I wish I got thrown into the fire. And I mean, like, I understand that once it gets started, we probably are not going to feel that way. And we wish we're going to have days where we can kind of do what I'm doing now and not have nothing to do. But I don't know. It's just like, you get to this point after going to school for almost 4 years, some people longer, some people shorter. But the point is, you get to this point where you are here and you so gun-ho to like put what you've learned in the classroom to use out in the field, out into the real world. And then you get somewhere and it's like, okay, just sit in that room and I'll come and get you when you can. And if you have something you need to work on, go ahead and work on that, and I'll come and get you when I can. And so then you just sitting here. And like I said, my field liaison at the school is like a strickler. Like, and she like holds you to the fire, and she has all these things and competencies we need to be doing by the time the end of the semester come, which I said it's only 14 weeks. And so now after this week, it's only 10 weeks, so I'm kind of like just stuck in between. What do I do? And so here is where social work comes in. I do believe that if next week's trend is the same, like I would have to advocate for some other tasks. Like I would have to advocate for myself, just so I'm not behind the curve when I have to go back in the classroom and we talk about what we're doing, or I have to, check down these competencies that I have been doing that I'm not doing. So anywho, I'm gonna have to advocate for myself, y'all. We gonna see how the rest of the day go, and I'm gonna keep y'all posted. All right, y'all, we have made it to the end of field week 4, so that means we are 1 month in and one step closer to graduation. Can I get a woo woo? So no, anyway, so the day definitely got better after you guys saw me last. We got back in there, and we kind of still were just kind of like doing what we do. The other girl was on her computer in her little room cubby thing, and I was in mine on my computer. And so at about 2 o'clock, I like stood up like, okay, well, it's time for our supervision hour. And so I, got the other intern, and we went in there. And so when we go into her room, the supervisor is there talking to another employee, which was cool because we got a chance to actually meet somebody that'll be in our department. One of those people who I told you guys is currently working from home. So she was very nice. We helped her take some of those green bags that you guys saw in the last video. We helped her take some of those to her car, and she told me how much she loved the job and that she was 78 years old and she was gonna retire, but then she was like, nah, like I can just probably fall back a little bit. So she said she is still in the role, but she gave up having a caseload and she's more just supporting the team. So if I needed something and I'm in area A, and just say somebody needs something and they're in a whole different area, like she has committed to the team just to be the support. So she'll come and bring me what I need, at the same time bringing the other employee what they need, meeting parents out in the field if she can. So she said one of the parents had a baby that had a fever of like 103 or something like that, and needed Tylenol to break the fever, but she didn't have transportation. And even though this person was not on her caseload, because the other person on the team who this parent belonged to, this family belonged to, that person was actually busy with another home visit of another family. So this lady who wants to be in the supporting role, she was out and about already, so she went and got the Tylenol and met up with the lady with the sick baby and took it to her. So anyway, that says a lot about the company. So when you guys are in field placements and you're trying to really get a feel for it, talk to the employees, because sometimes it's not even about the job itself. I mean, it can be, but the job is going to be there regardless. What you need to know is like the tea, like the inside scoop. And if everybody hate the job, or if you find people that are looking for other places, or you find people that don't have tenure, like a company that cannot keep somebody longer than 2 or 3 years, then I would probably say that's just a red flag that job might not be the job that you want. So anyway, for me, I'm loving these little jewels that everybody there is so nice. Everybody there loves their job. And the fact that this lady is almost 80 years old, definitely could retire, but chose not to, means that she really likes her job. So that's just a plus and something to put in my pocket and keep in mind. And so when we got back, after we helped her put the things in the car, we went over a folder that each worker takes with them when they do home visits, and it kind of is like a family evaluation. We kind of set goals, we communicate information that may have come from other people that family works with, such as like the nurse or the teacher, things of that nature. So for example, just say the teacher sent a note home that needed to be signed, and little Johnny keeps showing up to school without the note. Because I am gonna go and meet face to face with this family, with this parent, I can mention to that mom, hey, we're still needing that document back, and see if she just forgot, if she didn't understand it, if she needed help, getting it signed or whatever, and help her like that. And then we talked about how you just kind of put that information into the system, and then like from the goal that is set, like kind of how we break it down into smaller goals. So another example could be a mom wants to buy a house. That could be her goal for the year. Well, I mean, if you are participating in a government funded program, you probably just can't go do that. So as opposed to setting you up for failure with like this huge undertaking, we will break that down into like 3 little goals, so maybe that could be pulling your credit report so you know where you are, talking to a financial person so they can tell you what the next step is, that type of thing. And so that way, even at the end of the year, when we do have to perhaps sever the relationship because their kid is no longer using our services, we can still give you like a pat on the back because you did meet some of these goals. So you might not have been able to buy your house, but you did go ahead and pull your credit. You did go ahead and meet with a financial advisor. You did do these things. So that still was a step in the right direction. And so anyway, that part of the day I absolutely loved, and it kind of made everything make sense as far as the website that I was telling you guys about, where I looked and saw little documents or whatever. And so we just kind of talked about like shadowing like some people as they are gearing up for their home visits and what that may look like. So some of the workers, she said, our supervisor said in the meeting, were saying they didn't feel comfortable going in houses yet, so they kind of settled on a public place like a park or a library or something of that nature. And so we'll be able to do that pretty soon, hopefully. But it's picking up. So anyway, I always try to stay positive. I always try to find the silver lining in any situation. I mean, I am one of those people that I just hate to just like be idle. But, it's not on my time. And that's something that I'm working with. This is not on my time. I am just grateful that these people gave me the opportunity to come and get some field experience from them. And they are really a potential candidate for me when I graduate, like for me to apply there and really work there. So, I'm going to take this downtime and not look at it as busy work. I'm going to repurpose that mindset and think of it as groundwork. So in order for me to perform in the future, perform that role to the best of my ability, I got to understand the starter logs. I got to understand the nooks and the crannies, and that'll help me better navigate my role when I get to the big stuff. So anyways, guys, I'm about to hop on work. I gotta go to the school tonight. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. This video will probably be up tomorrow. If you haven't done so already, please like, subscribe, share it with another social work person. In the meantime, I'll talk to you later.